That's right. That's right. Now, you guys are carrying some fairly sort of different gear. It's not particularly rock music gear.
Well, we're on our way to play hockey right after the interview here, right? We're going over to Grandview Rink, you know, by Trout Lake, right?
Right.
And, we're going to practice our Dino Cicerellis or something. Let me demonstrate.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 10-game suspension.
I wore my striped shirt to commemorate Dino Cicerelli because he should be behind bars soon for what he did.
Yeah, you're not totally convinced. So tell me, was that your video shot at wherever it is you were just going now? Is that where you shot it?
No, that's that's that different rink.
Maple Leaf Gardens.
That was at Maple Leaf Gardens.
I was wondering if that was the world debut.
Harold Ballard actually paid for the video, right?
Well, he wants to give all his money to a charity. Did you read that recently? Harold wants to dissolve, his family involvement. When he dies, he doesn't want his children to have it.
I know. Well, I told Harold that, look, we're not commies. He said, that's good enough. I'll pay for the video.
Beautiful. So Harold covered the video. Now,
the guy's senile, right? He'll do anything.
You see, I had never seen that video because I don't own a television. And I asked earlier, as it was running, if this is a world debut. I think for our viewers here in the North Shore, that is a world debut, isn't it, you guys?
It's North Shore debut. Yeah, there you go, folks.
It is a world debut.
Business. The center of the world.
That's right. And so, my first time watching it, I noticed, for example, you have a rock legend in that video, sort of a bit of a small cameo role. Randy Bachman. Randy Bachman.
Yeah.
It's not only a cameo role, he actually plays quite a major part in the whole thing. He's playing our coach, gives us a few pep talks, celebrates our victory with us after the game.
They cut out the part where he hit us in the head.
The Dino Cicerelli?
Yeah, where he did the Dino on us, right?
That's where Dino got all his inspiration.
That's
he saw
right.
this video. I was like, God, if DOA can do it, man. So he of course, is a great songwriter. He wrote Taking Care of Business. Yeah. Tell me about DOA's involvement with Randy Bachman. I mean, where does that come from? How does that happen? Why?
Well, we were just doing we've been doing the song for a few years, right? And he had heard that we were doing it, and he phoned us up and said, hey, I heard you're playing one of my songs. I'd like to come up on stage and jam on it with you, right?
And that was the historic Club Soda, is that right?
No, it was at The Edge.
Beautiful
which
club.
Is down on, which is down on Seymour, I think, right around there.
Ah.
Right downtown. Then we do the game at the Commodore for that anti-apartheid benefit we did about a year and a half ago.
Right, and so he's sat in on the odd gig, and then, was he involved in the recording as well when he actually recorded this tune? Was he?
Not this one,
no. It wasn't. No, it was a total secret to him. We were trying to cover it up, not let him know, right? He didn't know if he'd like the version or not, right?
Oh God, that's hilarious. That's too funny. So, what are in the future plans for the mighty DOA? Brian, of course, is sucking back a bit of a ground there. Brian, why don't you tell me what's your vision for DOA? Lay it on us.
Tonight is a special night for me. I'm just going to go out drinking and driving, slapping myself. It's just Friday night and hockey night as well, and the whole thing goes together. That is the future of DOA right there, as far as I'm concerned.
Some good solid drinking and driving.
Yeah.
And you guys, of course, are like, the consummate road warriors.
That's right.
You put on like more
A
miles.
while back we got approached, I can't remember who approached us, but somebody wanted us to do a little anti-drinking and driving statement, sort of like one of those rock stars on the air kind of thing against. But we would not stoop so low.
It's like Jim Morrison talking about not taking drugs.
Do as much as you can. Just say now.
Yeah, or like Elvis Presley being awarded, the Richard Nixon, secret agent status. The poor guy, he hated junkies. He just loathed the junkie. However, he had no problem with getting skin popped, right? He thought that was great.
Yeah, no, Elvis, I'm sure, was high as can be. Is that some sort of instructions being held up here, Dave?
What is that?
It says, like, get these guys off ASAP.
Yeah, that's why
I said, I don't think we're going to...
Yeah, I'm wearing my hair like this.
I got a lot of time to kill. I wouldn't mind sitting around here for a while.
Well, I have a bit of a problem. Actually, I don't know who I am, Tommy Hunter or Brian Adams. The skin is a bit of a problem. Well, so here it is, live television. This is the first time I've ever done live TV. It sort of reminds me of the 30s, 40s. How about you guys? I mean, in the olden days, it used to be taped sort of like the night before. It was all fake, right?
Right. I know they had TVs in the 30s.
Well, when was
Yeah,
it?
okay,
Okay,
anyways,
the 40s, 50s. I mean, when did it happen? When did it happen? I mean, Soundproof, it used to be a big lie. You know, all right, Friday night, it's live, and it was never live. It was always Thursday night.
And then
you know.
everybody all make comments about, yeah, our gig tomorrow night.
No, you're supposed to be live on there right now. No, you idiot. Yeah, that's right. However, this is real live television.
It is real live TV.
It's going out to the homes right now.
Spontaneous, yeah.
As it were. So it's sort of dangerous. It's on the edge, and that's how we live. So in all seriousness, what happens next for DOA? You guys have just come back from another, million nights in a million cities.
Yeah. Well, we're just starting to rehearse for a new album, right, which we start recording in February and March.
Are you going to record it in Vancouver?
Yeah.
What studio do you use?
Last album we used Profile.
Right.
Profile Studio.
Commercial Street.
Profile Records.
Yeah. So we like them to fit together, right?
We like to keep a high profile on things.
It's part of the profile.
Show them your profile. It's quite amazing.
I got to say, I'm really peeved. Our camera operator is really boring. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, he just works on a one-angle thing.
Yeah, the guy's a real bore. There's nothing happening at all. Anyhow.
Well, the high-tech stuff.
Yeah, like 3D. We could get into like a cooperative 3D mode. So, okay, so you're going to record February, March. And where are you going to record? Are you going to go back to Profile?
At Profile, yeah.
You are going to go back there.
And actually, we got like a new Randy Bachman song that we're going to be working on. It's called Overworked and Underpaid, which I think is like sort of appropriate for us. So that's one of the tunes we're working on, and a whole pile of others. Yeah, we'll get that out, probably like late spring, early summer, something like that.
Who's going to produce this? And who produced the last record, actually? I mean,
we produced the last record,
right?
Strangely enough.
Are you going to produce this one as well, or do you think you might work?
I think we're going to produce part of it, right?
Probably produce most of it, and we might get a couple of guest producers in just to...
Why, like...
You did the Brian Henderson thing, right? Or Brian McLeod thing.
Yeah, Brian McLeod thing.
Right?
Yeah, same sort of...
Yeah, right, both in July, yeah.
Yeah, same. I like the hairstyle, It's like fairly kind of this. There's a lot of familiarity between the two. At any rate, so you had the Brian, whatever his name is, produce the the one album for you. Are you shy of like working with?
No, not really. I think you just gotta find the right guy. I think our approach this time is like to try some people out for a few songs, just to make sure we're, going towards the same thing. That's the toughest thing I think about producers and bands. Is that they both got different ideas. Sometimes it's hard to make them meet in the same place, right? Which is that sort of happened with Brian McLeod. Like some of the stuff worked really well, and some of it didn't work as well as it could have, right?
Right.
But that's like a learning experience, right? So we're just gonna take it sort of one bite off one chuck the whole thing. Yeah, one chunk of the record at a time.
Right. Is Ken still your manager?
Yeah. Well, Lester's there. Hair Lester. He's missing even more these days, right? I think I went to see the same barber as Mike Harcourt.
I know, yeah. He doesn't live in the North Shore, so of course we could slag him, so
no problem. That old miser.
Yeah, that raw dog. We've tried to get rid of him a bunch of times. So, I actually learned a lot of interviewing technique from one of our favorite guys, Buzz Miller. Buzz Miller, who is no longer really actively doing the show, however, he's with us in spirit.
Right.
And Buzz once asked one of my favorite local bass players, and somebody that you guys know, a woman named Rachel Mellis, who's no longer here, he once turned to Rachel and said, so Rachel, you play a Fender bass. Isn't that sort of odd? And it got this response.
That is sort of an odd question.
Isn't that a good one? So I figured that I would get, right to the nitty-gritty with Brian and ask him, Brian, what kind of strings are you using, man? Like, I think that's really important that we talk about that,
Well, I've always been a one type of string man, and it's always been roto sound for me. I go with that roto sound all the way.
Oh, roto.
Because John Entwistle perfected the roto sound, and it comes out, and it makes my playing even greater than it would be.
Now ask me what type of strings I use.
Well, wait, I have one more question for Brian, though.
Okay.
So, like, do you like play with a pick, man, or with your fingers?
Well, I often play with my fingers when I drop my...
And at other subtle, private moments.
That's right. Sometimes I even play with my nose when I land on the floor.
But you actually play with a pick. That's your trip.
The way I usually approach it, yes.
Okay, and of course, one of the great rock guitar players in Vancouver, Joe. What can we call you on television?
Live TV is your choice. You can say whatever you want.
Right. Joe. Joe, what kind of strings are you using, Mom? A lot.
Why are you using roto sound? I'm using rotund sound. You see, that's where it's working pretty well.
Yeah, well, there's a definite heavy sound coming out from you guys. So what do you think? What do you think, Steve? Steve's the producer. Should we wrap this? Or should we keep going?
We got to act this thing awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, listen.
Oh, we got one more thing.
Yeah, there's another thing. We want to talk about the gig.
Yeah, our next thing we got coming up is Valentine's Day
This
at
is
6th Street.
Great. And before the break, we were talking like they do on Carson, right? You know, when they're off.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like that.
Right,
yeah.
that's right.
And McMahon's right over there.
We were talking about, hey, remember the St. Valentine's Day Massacre? This is the mandate on this show, isn't it? To like recreate the St. Valentine's Day Massacre from the gig down on the dock is what it was.
That's right, O'Hara's.
O'Hara's.
What was that, 1978 that we did that?
That was a great show. That's when you had
No, I
Chucky.
think I must have been 79.
79, yeah.
That was a great show. Except for
It's a wonderful location. I really like the location.
And so what happens this year? Have you guys got an opening band on that slot?
Well, we had, but...
At this point, it's kind of up in the
no,
air. I wouldn't
Hey,
give a commitment on this.
Yeah, Rhythm Mission wants to do it. We talked about that today.
Guys, yeah, right.
Anyhow, maybe we should...
All right, well, I'll recommend you guys to Bruce Paisley.
Oh, is he putting on that show, Bruce? Oh, rotund sound. Perfect. Perfect. So, of course, you know, Joe and Brian from DOA.
We got to go play hockey right
They
now.
do have to go play
That's right,
hockey.
I'm going to be late.
Our legions of fans are waiting for us to watch us fall right on our duff.
It's 3 months since I last hit the ice, and the people have been
Some
waiting.
of the fucking hackers we got out there.
Way to go. And Annika.
20 seconds.
That's great. Also, I want to, before these guys actually leave and we make a big mess, tonight is special because we have a return engagement of the wonderful Dave Taunington. Of course, a Soundproof original. So, the next video, whatever it is, whatever it is, and Dave will be back.
Oh, we'll get that guy on our team.
Okay, we're off.